Cheer, everybody. NZ Blasian here, back with another squad builder as I've got the Clippers this time round. So we're going to see if the big three of Russell Westbrook, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard can make it to the finals. We've got injuries turned off. We've got it set on 12-minute quarters and we've got it set at Hall of Fame. And trade should also be off, so we'll get into it, eh? So let's go. We'll start October with the Clippers. We'll simulate through. They win against the Lakers, win against the Kings, lose to the Suns, win against OKC by 1, then beat OKC by like 40, and then win against New Orleans Pelicans by 3. They even bet the Lakers. The New Look Lakers couldn't handle them. Davis got 21, D'Lo had 21, LeBron had 24, PG got 19, Norman Powell got 16, Morris Sr. 14, and Russell Westbrook got 12. But they got a 5-1 start as of RN through October. So we'll move on to November. We'll simulate through. They get 2 wins against the Rockets team, and then they lose twice to San Antonio and Utah, and then they lose to the Cavs by 3, and they beat the Lakers again by 4, and then they beat the Nets by 25 or so. Paul George ended up scoring 27, Westbrook got 17, 30 for LeBron, 25 for AD, 19 for D'Lo, and the Lakers still lost by 4, but then the Clippers won against the Nets by quite a bit. 41 piece for Paul George, 20 for Highland. So Bones got some playing time. He got 20 points in 12 minutes and 16 points for Kawhi. And we'll move on to 9-4. So we'll move on through November. Take a loss to the Rockets, a loss to the Mavs, an L to Detroit. Then we get a dub against San Antonio, a dub against the Utah Jazz by 3. Lose quite badly to Golden State, lose quite badly to Denver, and lose to the Pacers. Ooh, sloppy. What happened against Golden State? Curry dropped 34, Kawhi only got 23, and Russell Westbrook got 18, 3, and 11. Then they lost to the Pacers as well. Russell Westbrook top scorer of a 19, 8, and 5, with Kawhi only getting 14. Oh, we'll move on. The Clippers are 11-10 finishing off November. And they take an L against Portland by 4. And then they beat the Jazz by 20 or so. 16 for Horton Tucker was the top scorer on the Jazz. 24 for Paul George. So they're 12-11 to finish off November. We'll move on to December. We'll simulate through. Return player to the G League, We lose to the Kings by 5, lose to the Hornets by 17. It's not looking good for the Clippers out here. We'll simulate through. Another L to Miami. Then we get a W against Wizards, a W against the Celtics. Take an L to Minnesota, get a 1-point win over Phoenix. Paul George dropped 33, 3 and 5. KD dropped 22, 4 and 5. And then they got a 2-point win against Washington, which Paul George scored 38. Russell Westbrook got 23, 28 for Bradley Beal. And we'll move on. We'll finish off December. Clippers are 16-16. We'll keep simulating through December. Get a win against the Hornets, and then drop a game by 5 to the 76ers. So they're 17-17. We'll finish out December. Get a dub against Detroit, a dub against the Raptors, a dub against the Celtics, and then lose to the Pacers on the last day of December. But going into January, the Clippers are 20-18, so we've got a winning record. So we'll simulate through January. One against Miami, simulate again through January again, simulate to the Lakers game. Lost against Denver, won against Minnesota, lost to the Hawks by 1, won against the Mavs, lost to Denver, won against the Rockets, lost to the 76ers by quite a bit, simulate to the Lakers game, lost to the Spurs, lost to the Mavs, and then lost to the Lakers as well. Anthony Davis got 25, LeBron got 28, Lonnie Walker 21, PG got 33, Norman Powell got 18, and Morris got 12. Kawhi struggled and only got 11. Westbrook was the same, he only got 7, 5, and 7. Struggle bus out here. 24 and 26 will finish off January, simulate through, won against the Spurs, lost again to the Hawks, and then lost to the Cavs. What's going on with this team? We'll move on just before All-Star break. Resimulate just before All-Star break. We've got a win against the Bulls and then a win against the Milwaukee, 125 to 111. 36, 9, and 6 from Giannis. 25 for Paul George. 23 for Westbrook and 18 for Kawhi. So the big three finally showed up against the Bucks. So we'll simulate through. No, don't want to do that. We get a dub against Brooklyn by 3. Get a much-needed dub over the Mavs by 129 to 104. And then we lost to the Bucks 130 to 128. 31 and 22 from Paul George and Russell Westbrook. But then you have 32 and 23 from Bobby Portis and Giannis. So we'll move on past the All-Star break. Simulate through. Took an L to Golden State by 1 point. 23 for Norman Powell, 16 for Kawhi, 15 for Westbrook, 15 for Paul George. Curry went off for 44 to only beat Clippers by 1 point. We'll simulate through. One against Phoenix by 2. One against the Kings after All-Star break, and one against Denver after All-Star break. So we're back up to a plus record where our record's at 32 and 31. So we took a 2-point win over Devin Booker's team. 30 points for Booker. KD got 21. Russell Westbrook 21. Paul George got 19. Then they handsomely beat the Kings and the Denver Nuggets. We'll move into March. We'll simulate through. Lost to Minnesota. Lost quite badly to Minnesota as well. We'll simulate through March. Lost to Golden State. Lost to the Kings. That's 3 L's in a row. Then we got a win over Memphis. Lost to the Raptors. Won against the Knicks quite handsomely. 138 to 107. We'll simulate through the rest of March. Dub against Golden State. And then an L against the Magic and an L against Portland. Then take a W against OKC. And another back-to-back W against OKC. That time by 2 points. And then took a 6-point loss to New Orleans. And a 4-point loss to Chicago. So the 37 and 39. We'll simulate through. Took 2 L's in a row to Memphis. And then got the dub over New Orleans. 38 and 41. Is that going to be a winning record? We'll simulate the Lakers game and we'll simulate the Portland game. They lose to the Lakers by quite a bit. 21 for Norman Powell, 13, and 12 for Paul George, Leonard, and Westbrook. They both choked. They all played 30-plus minutes as well. LeBron dropped 31, 8 and 10. D'Lo with 28, 2 and 4. And then they got the dub over Portland. Paul George dropped 30. Kawhi dropped 20. And Bones dropped 13. With Simons dropping 23 and Lillard only getting 20. We'll simulate the last game of the season with 39 and 42. So we'll simulate this game and we get the dub. So it's going to be 40 and 42 for the end of the season. Luka gets MVP with 33.8 points per game, 11.8 rebounds, 11.3 assists. Jaden Ivey got Rookie of the Year. Tyler Hero with Sixth Man of the Year. Miles Turner got Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved goes to Seagun. Quinn Snyder had the best coaching record with 60 and 22. All NBA first team is Luka. SGA, Giannis, LeBron, and Jokic. All NBA second team, Ja Morant, Harden, Tatum, KD, and Embiid. And the third team is Trae Young, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, DeMar, and Bam. All defensive first team is Luka, SGA, Giannis, Mobley, and Turner. All defensive second team is Mikal Bridges, Lonzo, Jaren Jackson Jr., LeBron, and Nick Claxton. We'll advance on to the playoffs. The LA Clippers ended up getting the 9th seed and they have to play Sacramento. So we'll simulate this game. And the LA Clippers have been eliminated. They lost to the Kings. How badly did they lose to the Kings? 137-101. The big three of Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Russell Westbrook was not the one. Paul George got 22, 12 points for Leonard, and Russell Westbrook got 4, 3, and 11. 24 for Fox, 21 for Sabonis, and 15 for Murray. Oh, Minnesota got the dub over Denver, so it's going to be a 7th and 8th place play-in for, it's going to be Denver against Sacramento, so we'll simulate that one. So it's going to be Sacramento against Golden State to finish that off. That's insane. We'll just simulate the whole playoffs, eh? Because LA Clippers just didn't make it. They got bounced off in the play-in. So 4-3. Golden State got 4-3 over Sacramento, 4-1 over the Lakers to end up in the finals, the conference finals. Lakers 4-0'd Memphis. New Orleans bet Phoenix 4-1. Minnesota bet Dallas 4-2. New Orleans ended up sweeping Minnesota 4-0 to get into the conference finals on the West. And then New Orleans go up 4-2 against Golden State to make it to the finals. And then Atlanta bet the Cavs 4-1. Then Atlanta bet Chicago 4-0. And then they lost to the Celtics 4-1 in the finals. Chicago bet Milwaukee 4-0. Boston bet Toronto 4-3. Philly bet Miami 4-2. Philly lost to Boston 4-2. And then Boston won over Atlanta 4-1. So it's the Celtics-Pelicans final. So we'll just simulate the round. Pelicans sweep at 4-0. Zion most MVP out here. But damn, 127-101 in game 4. 30 for Ingram, 30 for Zion, 19 for McCollum, 24, 18, and 11. John Wall, Tatum, and Brown wasn't enough. This game, they wrapped it up 4-0. It was a sweep out here. But as that concludes this video, as the Clippers ended up getting bounced out in the play-in, they lost to Sacramento out here, 137-101, man. So they didn't even make playoffs. So their big three they make play-in, and then they get bounced from the play-in. So hopefully in real life that might change, and see if that big three can do anything for the Clippers. But anyway, this is another video in the books, as that's NZ Blasian out, and we'll catch you in the next one. And for all you new viewers out there, don't forget to hit a like and a subscribe, eh? The subscribe button's free. I'm on the road to 900 subs, so any subs are appreciated. Anyway, that's another video finished, and that's NZ Blasian out.